Hi, my name's Brooklyn Hatton, and I'm here to tell y'all a little bit about myself today. I'm from a small town called LaPorte, Texas. It's a little bit outside of Houston. I live with my mom, Melissa, my stepfather, Ashley, my older sister, Haley, and my younger brother, Parker. I come from a divorced family. My biological father and mom met in high school, had me and my sister, and then shortly after I turned 3, they got divorced. A year later, my mom had met my stepfather, Ashley, and got married. And 5 years later, they had my brother, Parker. In junior high, my dad was the coach for the A team. And he always was pushy. He always loved sports. So he always wanted me to play sports. So I ran track, ran cross country, played tennis, played basketball. But then he introduced me to the game of volleyball. And I never knew how to pass, set, serve, hit, nothing. I did not know a single thing about the game of volleyball. So I wanted to try out and I wanted to get to know more about it. Um, the summer before, I learned how to serve. Every day we went in to learn how to serve the ball over the net because that's the first play of the game. You cannot have the game of volleyball until you get it over the net. So every day we worked on it, and I finally got it over. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I got the ball over. Like I love this game and I want to continue to play it. So as I went on to high school, I started playing club volleyball. And my dad actually moved up to the high school when I moved. And he was a varsity football coach and girls cross country and track. And I think that's when I fell in love with the game was in high school because in junior high, you play every position. You pass, you set, you hit. In high school, you're assigned a position. So I was assigned setter, which is like a quarterback for the football team. People go to you when they're upset about the game or they're upset that they missed the ball over the net or they let the ball hit the floor. They go to you for advice and they go for you to lift them up. And I think that's where I fell in love with it even more is because people depended on me to lift them up in other ways the other members couldn't. And the coach looked at me as that person that needs to go over to them and be like, hey, it's okay. Like, you got the next play. And I think when people depended on me and needed me for something that most people couldn't do, it set my eyes open for the medical field. So that kind of set my path in getting my degree in nursing. I always kind of knew I wanted to be in the medical field, but I didn't know what like nurse I wanted to be. For the longest time, I wanted to be a nurse anesthetist or an anesthesiologist, but then I realized that's just not me and that's not my personality, especially with playing volleyball and knowing that I want to feel that love and that need that someone needs me. So a few years back, my grandpa had gotten diagnosed with stage 3 skin cancer. And the way he talked about his nurses on how they helped him get through that difficult time, how they were in there every day and lifted him up when he was sad or telling him like it's going to be okay, you're going to beat this. That's what I want to have. Like I want to have that impact on someone in someone's family. So I decided I want to work in oncology because that's just rewarding and I just want to be there for someone who's dealing with such a difficult disease and fighting through that battle because it's not just something that you can get rid of within one day, it's months and you have that relationship with the patient. Not only are you checking their vitals, doing their blood pressure, pulse, getting their medication, doing their chemotherapy, but you're also going in there and having a relationship with them. You're talking about them, how their day is, or what's going on, what's upsetting them. And I don't only want to just to be a nurse just for the medical. I want to be there for that person, for their emotional needs, for their mental needs. Like that's what I want to do. And so I think I decided more on pediatric because kids don't really understand what's going on. And yes, kids don't like doctors, they don't like nurses, but I just want to have that impact on them. And I think I just want to say this is how I decided I want to be an oncology nurse. And I thank volleyball and I thank my dad and I thank my family for letting me choose this pathway and And I'm excited for the future. So thank y'all for listening, and I hope all of you have a good night, and bye.